It doesn't matter what you eat as long as you're in a calorie deficit. That's partly true. Ultimately, your food choices and your diet in general are going to be the main factor in how you look. Yeah, you can go to the gym, build bigger muscles, and you're gonna look better at a higher body fat percentage, but in my opinion, your diet makes way more of an impact. All right, one more time real quick. If you have a big appetite, low calorie, high volume foods, high protein, nutrient dense foods, that's gonna be your go-to. If you have a small appetite, you're gonna try and get as much whole nutrient dense food as you can, and for the rest of it, you're just gonna have to eat something that's higher in calories. Low volume, high calorie foods if you struggle to gain weight. It's all about balance and what you do the majority of the time. I think it's pretty obvious that the majority of your diet should be based around whole foods, but that doesn't mean you always have to eat whole foods. Like I said before, if you have something to do in the afternoon, you're eating at a restaurant, I don't know, whatever it may be, eat low calorie, high protein foods in the morning so that way you can enjoy yourself at night. You gotta prepare. A lot of your diet in general is gonna be trial and error. You're gonna have to see how foods affect you. Although I don't know many people who have negative results from eating whole foods. If you're eating around maintenance or in a surplus, it's not really gonna matter when you have your meals. You don't need a specific pre-workout meal, a specific post-workout meal, because your glycogen stores are gonna be full. You're gonna feel good, energized. So as long as you're eating well and eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, 30 grams or more protein per meal, etc., you're gonna feel great. A certain amount of meals throughout the day, 2 to 6 preferably. Better to have around 5, but if you can't fit that in, that's okay. If you prefer to have 1 or 2, that's still fine. But you're gonna have to see how that affects your body. If you are in a calorie deficit, it could be beneficial to have some sort of pre-workout carb. It doesn't have to be anything complex. Just pick your favorite fruit. When it comes to an actual meal, it doesn't really matter how many calories are in it, preferably around 500 to 1,000 calories depending on your total maintenance. The only other thing you really need to worry about is getting enough protein in. So if you can get 30 grams or more protein per meal, you're gonna be good. And then at the end of the day, 25% or more fats for your total. Some people feel better on higher fat diets, some people feel better on higher carb diets. I prefer a higher carb diet. It just feels good for me. After years and years of doing this, I found that higher carbs works better for me personally. If at all possible, you wanna try and spread your meals out by 2 to 3 hours. If it's a little further than that, a little later, if it's a little earlier, that's okay. Just try and keep this rule in mind. Take every single thing I'm telling you in all of these videos with a grain of salt. You don't have to do these things 24/7. What makes it a balanced fitness lifestyle is putting an effort in to do all of these things, but when you can't, you just try to do the best that you can. I'm not going to tell you certain foods you can and can't eat because there's no such thing, but you are going to feel better, like I said, if you base your diet around whole foods. Do you really think if you struggle to lose fat eating McDonald's for one of your meals, taking up calories eating McDonald's or whatever it may be, whatever junk food you enjoy, do you really think that's gonna help you make progress? And once again, remember that you need to love every single thing that you are consuming. Every single thing. You need to love it. Not just kind of like it, not, oh, this is okay for a little bit of time. You are doing this for life. You are doing this for life. You need to enjoy it.